Hey, buddy, another week.
Well, a hard week for you, my friend. How are you feeling?
Oh, man, alive. I tell you, I've just come straight from work. That's why I'm dressed for the occasion. So just come in, had a little bite to eat. Rachel had it all ready for me, barmaid. Perfect, as usual. Tough, mixed emotions. Absolutely smashed it. We've done fantastic. I think everybody's around the country's done fantastic. But it was just, I mean, from my point of view, unbelievable emotionally. I think it was, you got that first feeling of butterflies on your first day at work or first day at school. But, you know, checking that everything's going to go well, everything's put in place, all your policies. But the staff, I couldn't be prouder. The customers have been so appreciative. It's been unbelievable. It's just been beautiful. It's been a beautiful start to the week. But now, I feel we started last Saturday, did Sunday, haven't had a day off. So I feel like I've been run over by a bus now.
Well, look, before we carry on, let's just have a little shot before we introduce this week's Barbers Arms. A little patron will help us take some of the pain away that you're suffering. I'm feeling your pain for you. All the best, friend.
Is going to not touch the sides, man. I'm having a proper night tonight. Good health, sir. All the very best.
Oh. Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome, July the 10th. Barbers Arms, episode number 14. From me and Gaz, thank you for all the 323,000 people that's viewed us in this last week. It's a record on Barbers Arms. It's a record for most hairdressing or barber chat shows. We are so pleased and honoured to be doing this. And I got asked the question of the week, how long will this go on for? Listen, guys, we're going to get this bigger and better. We're going to take it out live. Hopefully in the next few months, you're going to see Barbers Arms coming out live. For all that information as well, always look on the barbersarms.co.uk on our website for that information for when we're going to start taking it out live. And if you want to host it in your bar area, in your salon, or in your local pub, when it's safe to do so in pubs, we'd love to do that as well. What a night we've got tonight, Mr. Machin. I know you've got your Raljecks, you've got your deep heat spray, you've got your pads. Do you know what, though, guys? Before we start, I've got a meeting with RMD on Monday over phone, and hopefully I can start resuming some normal activity and hopefully staying in the first hotel that I've stayed in 17 weeks. And obviously looking at you tonight, I can't wait to see a concierge on the door dressed like you are tonight, greeting me in with my bag saying, welcome back, Mr. Shaw, we've missed you. The free bar's open tonight in the Holiday Inn. On we get. You get me all excited to get him back.
I bet when you go, can I have an extra pillow when you go through the door, don't you? I bet you ask that every time.
Always have an extra pillar, and you know, it's always nice to do that. We've got a great show coming up tonight. We've got a great show next week as well coming up as well. So tonight, just to give you a rundown, guys, while you're watching this, and people are going to watch it in the week as well, we've got two fantastic Australians that are going to be coming on. So we've got the Aussie connection coming on. I know that they're pulling up in the car park. We're going to be getting them on in about next 10 minutes. And we've got Bill Hammoud from Mo & Co. And we've got Don Desanctis from Barber Boys chain as well in Australia. Then we've got our local hero, Pauline Pennington, who's going to be joining us from Swinton in Manchester. And we've also got Sam Wahl from the UK. So episode 14 promises to be another bumper. Welcome to all our friends joining us all around the world. India, Brazil, Turkey, Spain, USA, Australia, and in the UK, Scotland, Ireland, and Wales. Scotland got a big decision this week as well, Gaz.
Yeah, fantastic. And just like to say thank you as well for a great show last week. I know Hakeem is watching. Fantastic show. Tom, congratulations to him. He's had some good news this week. And Ross Carter, who's our local hero in Scotland. So, yeah, all the guys. Hopefully, we've got Northern Ireland have gone back to work Monday as well. So that's really good news. So we're all getting there slowly but surely. But you know, it's been a tough week. It's been, I know, with you, you know, it's you're not back in the academy or you're not back into work yet, so you're actually watching us going back. I know you're itching to get back yourself, but it's I think it's been a really, really funny week. It's almost been like I think, you know, I've been in the job 36 years, and we've had our own business for 30 of those, probably something like that. Family business, you know, started on my own. But the thing is, it was like going back on the very first day on last Saturday. It was really, really weird. It was so exciting, but so much. So many nerves, really. I know I can do the job. It was just, you know, is it going to go well? Are customers going to come back? I wasn't doubting that, but I've been so proud, as I said earlier, been so proud of my team. We got 30 odd barbers, 36 barbers that have smashed it out the park. But, you know, everybody around the country has been so positive. Been a few little hiccups, I think. I know you want to bring something up. You've seen something in the news about. We've been having some spot checks, which is great. Great to see. A lot of councils have been proactive, haven't they? Checking on.
Look, I think on Barbers Arms, one of the things that people like is while we have some great guests on and we have a bit of candy between each other, I think we give out the information as well. So, look, there's been some spot checks, which is fantastic, by local councils, and I know we're going to mention them later. A couple of barber shops and hairdressing shops have been warned. Some have been actually closed back down for not doing the right PPE. So all you guys who are doing it properly, wearing your masks, wearing your visors, cleaning down after clients, it's you know, that's what you need to do. And obviously, whilst you're watching this, guys, please share. I know our superstar, rock star, Alim Hakim in India last week really shared the hell out of this show. So I know he's watching again tonight. So hope you're well out there in Mumbai, my friend. And please, everybody share this. We love to see everybody sharing Barbers Arms. A quick mention, Gaz, as well. Obviously, congratulations to all those guys at Rogers who you employ, your great team. And I know you're really proud. I know you spoke to me this morning. And it's great because it's obviously busier than a Christmas week. It's the best week that most people have ever had. And I know barbers have been tipped well. And customers will tell you. A couple of stories, this has really rung true to me, this. Not about barbers, but some people have told me they've been into some of the local bars and pubs and places where they'd normally go to. They've not had the photograph, they've not had the temperature, they've not had the phone number taken, and it's put them off a little bit. And they've gone into other bars that they wouldn't necessarily go into, and they've done the right thing. They've took the number, temperature, they've done the search, you know, record people so they can search it and record who's been into the pub. The general public will vote with their feet. If you're not doing it right, now's the time where you've got no chance. There's no government, there's no hiding behind anybody. If you don't do the right thing, people will not come back to you. Same for pubs, same for restaurants. It's just they will vote with their feet. So do the right thing, guys. Fantastic guests again, joining us again tonight. Ross Miller, Jackie Ulian, Ross Carter, Steve Bain, Jake Machin, Rick Roberts, Ali Makim again, as we've mentioned, from India, Marie-Louise, Paul Simmons, Nikos Nikassos, Stuart Oxborough, Alison Russo-Brown, Colin Orton. We've got Mario from Birchington, Adam Sloan, Vagabonds, Gary and Mary Jackson, Kelly Stiles, Eric Lander, Sam Campagna, Carl Blake, Tony Hewitt, Jim Shaw, Rick Roberts. These are all our regulars in the Barbers Arms, so it's fantastic to welcome you all back into the arms for a fantastic episode number 14. More information, guys, as well, always on our website available, which is thebarbersarms.co.uk. Simon Shaw Wahl on my Instagram, and Gary's Instagram, which is The British Barber. Always get some more stuff on that as well. Gary, I want to talk to you a little bit about, we've talked a little bit about these people going in and closing barbershops down. From a different angle, you guys are cutting air and you're doing 15, 20 clients and you're doing it properly. It's all appointments and it's done. How tough has it been? Everybody's going to be feeling this and everybody's going to be watching, nodding their head at you. You know, I'm not going to actually stand up because I know you've got no bottoms on. You've took your shoes and your feet are in ice. You look great from top end, but you're full from bottom end. Everybody's going to be saying, Do you know what? I watched it week. I've been watching Instagram accounts. Michael Damiano is moaned for 16 weeks. I need to open up my new shop. And then I heard, I'm so tired. I can't. I've got bookings on next week. I've got 2 appointments left on Tuesday. Everybody's shattered. How difficult has it been with masks, visors? Is there any little tips that you can say to help people?
Well, you know, obviously posture and footwear is a major thing. Do you know what's really hit me is, like I said, we've been in the job so long, and it's how out of condition. I mean, I say this. I mean, I aren't a top athlete or anything like that, but it's how you know your muscle memory. You lose that so quickly. I mean, I've been busy all through lockdown. You know, been on my bike, I've been doing work, and you know, whatever it is, but just standing there around that chair, you forget how hard it is. I've been in pieces when I get. You'd laugh if you saw me getting out of the car at night, and it's not just me. All the young guys, all our youngest staff, you know, they fit, agile, great guys, and we've all said the same thing: feet, knees, hips, back. You know, it's been everything. It's been all sorts of. You know, we've had a monster week, but actually, Trevor gave me a best tip. Cold baths, unbelievably. It's fantastic.
Footballers have them all the time. Alex has them after most training sessions. They have cold baths.
Honestly, I mean, I took it with a pinch. So he's been doing it for a few weeks back in Australia because he's been suffering with his back. But honestly, it's really, really worked. I have got the best barmaid in the world, though. I've got me little potty and me tiger balm. She's going to rub me from head to toe in it when I get off this Zoom call in a minute, and I'm looking forward to it. To be honest, I'm going to be in seventh heaven later, but it's got another day tomorrow, and then we've got a day off. Hopefully, we don't generally open Sundays. We did last Sunday because it was an exceptional one, but I'm going to have a good drink tonight. I've never looked so forward to a good drink tonight for a long time. I could have gone to the pub. I didn't go to the pub on the way home from work. Come straight home, run through the door, had my tea or had a little bite to eat, and you know, wanted to get on the blower to you really and meet you in the arms. But I think everybody out there, the visor thing is paramount. If there's one thing that we have to do, which is mandatory. I've seen all sorts of comments on social media and Facebook and everything else. You need to wear your visor. Don't cut any corners. We said this at the end of the last session, you know, the last episode. You're only cheating yourself. You're putting yourself, your colleagues, and your clients at risk. So treat everybody as if they've got the virus, because people are showing no symptoms. We've had a couple of clients in who've had tests, and you know, because people at work have had them. They're working in teams, and they've shown no symptoms whatsoever. Luckily, they've come back negative. And I think we just got to treat every client as if they are positive, really.
Yeah, I think, you know, Michael Damiano, one of our team, said to me, to sum it up, people should get this as well. It's like not playing football for 15 weeks and then going straight into a semi-final. Yeah. You know, everybody's aching all over. Guys, you can obviously all watch this in your shows as well. In your shops tomorrow, you can watch the show. I know we've got 7 or 8 barbers tonight that are actually watching this show live in their salons, which is fantastic. You know, we want this. This is what Barbers Arms is all about, to watch us live in your shops as well. So, but over the next week as well, you can put it onto your stream it into your TVs, on YouTube, into your salons, and you can watch Barbers Arms. And if you want mentioning next week, or you want to get involved on the local hero thing, share this video, tell us that, you know, you want to get involved with us and stuff like that, which will be absolutely fantastic. And you can always, as I say, once you get it onto YouTube on the big screen, you can see me and my concierge friend there. He was that tired today, I forgot what his name was, so we put a badge on him there. Gary, we've had a few phone calls in from people watching as well. Does Gary mean he's been on his fucking motorbike? Surely to God he doesn't use a bike. Or is it one of those battery operated bikes? Can you clear that one up for us?
Excuse me, I've got
I'm just saying.
It's a 16-year-old daughter who can actually, hand on heart, lie for me and tell me I've been on my bike.
Oh dear me, are you sure? I think
Yeah,
a lot of people are saying that they feel like they've been run over. I know Ken Lee had said after the first Saturday, she told me parts of her body that I'm not going to say on air what were hurting, but just every part of her body, even her eyes were hurting. I think we've got our first guest that's joining us in from Australia. So shall we welcome him into the arms? Who we got first?
Mr. Desanctis, Don, how are we?
Gary, how are you, my friend? It's been a while.
Very well, sir. How are you?
Yeah, all good, all good.
Don,
you boys?
Cheers, mate.
Good morning, sir.
How are
Don,
you?
Good.
You know Simon anyway, but what are you drinking today? Or I know it's very early for you, so we will allow you to have coffee or something. But we're on an IPA today, and so cheers, mate. All the very best.
Cheers, gentlemen. Cheers. Enjoy.
It's quite early for you guys out there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's where I am. It's 10 to 5 a.m. But it's all good. All good. It's what we do.
Guys, we've got another member that's joining us in. Who have we got here? Is this Bill? Mo.
Bill, hello.
Mo, how you going?
Hey guys.
How are you guys? All right?
I'm well, thanks. How are you?
Right.
Guys, hold on a minute. I feel a song coming on. Neighbours, everybody's neighbours.
On the Ramsey
Check
Street.
Check it out. Boys, it's great to have you on the show here on Barbers Arms. You've seen we were in fantastic view in our now with over 323,000 viewed this show in the last week. So you're coming onto the show on a high. We want you guys to share it in Australia with us. Fantastic to have Bill and Mo on from your shop, Mo & Co. And obviously we've got Don on as well from the Barber Boys chain as well over in Australia. Fantastic to have you on the Barbers Arms. We want to get the UK audience knowing a little bit about you guys. So me and Gaz are going to go through some questions and we'll just get our audience to know you a bit better. But it's great to have you all in and you're all looking good. I take it you're not drinking this early. It's too early for you for a drink?
Yeah.
A bit of coffee.
Well, our producer's from Australia, Trevor, and he drinks. He's having vodka Red Bulls now. That's his usual tipple on a early on a Saturday morning. Is it Saturday morning for you guys?
Saturday morning, yeah.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Good.
They should be fishing now. Really, as a rule, they'd be fishing. These guys right now. They all like fishing, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
Correct. That's where I should be right now. I'm missing my whiting, gentlemen. So
no, you should be beside your beautiful wife Anna before now.
she's here. She's filming, but she's in her pajamas.
And do you all know each other as well?
These guys, I've met Bill in, I think we met in Dubai, Bill, didn't we?
Yeah, that's right.
In the
boxing ring.
Yeah, in the boxing ring, yeah. So I don't know I haven't been out to them in Australia to see their salons. We'll give you a little bit of background. So Bill and Mo have you've got 50 plus salons? Have you got a chain of 50 salons, guys? 40, okay. So you're in South Australia, aren't you?
We're in New South Wales. Mostly in Sydney, New South Wales, yeah. That's right.
Yeah, okay. And then we've got Don, who's in the corner there. I've actually worked with Don. We've been over and done some training for him. I spent a week with his guys. Big shout out to Big Lou and Anthony. And of course, your beautiful wife, Don. She's fantastic. He looked after us very well. So we've worked with Don quite a lot. Congratulations on your opening your new academy as well.
Thank you very much. Thank you, gentlemen.
Everything going okay?
Yeah, it's been, interesting time, especially with the COVID-19 that's obviously, just passed us. So business took a bit of a hit, but we're coming back strong. And the academy actually has taken a big rise with the enrollments. So that's been amazing. So maybe we will make obviously an essential service. So maybe people that are out of the workforce are re-educating or obviously maybe doing the course, the Cert 3, that we we do down here, and yeah, it's been amazing. So
do you all know each other then? Don, do you know Bill? And
I haven't met Don.
I've met Bill. No,
I
think I met maybe once in Hong Kong or something like that briefly.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, and they're doing great. I mean, I see what the boys are doing, especially for Australia. So I take off my hat to both gentlemen there. Mate, I'm always looking what they're doing. So, mate, well done, boys, and keep going, making us proud.
Thank you very much.
And likewise.
Likewise to yourself. Well done.
Do you know what, Simon? These guys are breaking the rules here. I mean, I know Don, you know, quite well. He's Italian background, and I know you guys in Sydney. You're Lebanese background, aren't you?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So these aren't your typical Aussies. These are really hard working. There's a lot of Aussies out there that don't usually work this hard.
yeah, I think it's the Italian and the Lebanese kind of they fetch their own spin on the Australian side of it. So I looked at your shops today, guys, and I encourage all the viewers in this next week as well to have a look at both. You know, the Barbers boys and Mo & Co, because your shops look absolutely awesome. Anybody who's aspiring to be a top barber shop or try to aspire to even get a chain, I mean, 40 shops is unbelievable, guys. So it's unbelievable. So can we ask you a few questions? We'll do the same questions, but then we'll come to you all as we're doing it. So Don, first of all, I'll never forget the time, I think it was when England played Australia in Australia at the World Cup final, I think 2003. And I will never forget the way that the Australian Prime Minister handed over the trophy to Martin Johnson or Lawrence Delalio. It's like, walk off, take it. So the Aussies have this kind of real fighting spirit, and especially with the UK guys. But Don, first of all, question to you. How do you rate the UK barber scene? How do you rate it?
I rate it as the top in the world. I'm watching all your forecasts. I was lucky enough to work in Rotterdam this year next to Matt Fleetwood and Paul Awich. And mate, your forecast and everything you're doing, I'm always following you guys, you know. So I rate you probably the best in the world, to be honest. I mean, we're doing a real good job here, but your forecast and your cutting and everything like that, I think you're well advanced.
And over to you guys as well for you two, Bill and Mo. What's your thoughts?
You know, like we say here, Australia's always a little bit behind the world, you know. So we've got some catching up to do, but you guys are doing a fantastic job. And yeah, and we try to catch up, like our competitive nature.
Do you know, Don? I mean, just quickly for our viewers, you know, they're not used to, they're probably not familiar with your brand. How many shops have you got now, Don? I know you've been opening them quite quickly. How many are you up to now?
We're at 16, and then we've just opened up the new academy. So yeah, we're slowly chipping away. We're only here in South Australia. I was focusing more on the academy in the last 3 years, so that's taken a lot of my focus. But yeah, we're just plotting along.
I know you've you know, you're very into your shops because obviously that's the bread and butter of it. But you're really passionate about your education. I know you've got a great team around you. You know, with backroom staff, I've worked with you guys personally, Lou and all the team who were in your education. You've won quite a few awards as well in Adelaide and South Australia around there. How's that affected? You know, how's COVID and everything affected your education side of things? Has it slowed it down a little bit, or have you managed to keep it going?
It's turned around. We're probably at our highest rate in intakes at the moment. It's done a big turnaround. Business, obviously, we took a big hit. Now we've done a big turnaround again, but we're probably about 15% down with the business. But obviously, with our social distancing, I can't have my full barbers in our stores. I think once that's uplifted, hopefully we'll be back to normal. But yeah, the academy's just done a big turnaround. So it's very interesting at the moment.
Well, I think, Gary, as well, you know, for our viewers that's watching as well, it's great to we have the top guests on Barbers Arms, and we, guys, I don't know if you've been watching it as well, but we've had some of the top guests from around the world.
Yeah,
But Don, it's great to have probably what's, in Australia as well, is the biggest barbering academy in Australia, to have you on as a guest. So it's hats off to you. I know you've got an hat on, really. But hats off to you, pal. Guys, if you're viewing it, have a look at the Barber Boys Academy. Don's got probably the biggest barbering academy in Australia. And hats off to you, mate. We big you up on Barbers Arms. We think that's an amazing achievement. So well done, bro.
Well done.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Bill and Mo, your business model's a little different from most people's. You guys are opening a lot. I mean, in fact, I've heard that you're opening a shop tomorrow. I mean, it's very good of you to give us your time this morning, but you're opening another shop, aren't you, very soon?
Yes. This particular shop, it was our first shop that we had to renovate. In here we're in a shopping centre, so every 5 years you have to do a renovation. So it's been 5 years, and yeah, we've done a full renovation. So it's a new look sort of salon, barbershop. And yeah, we only got home like at 1 o'clock in the morning, and it's 5. So a couple of hours sleep, and we're up here. It's very good, yeah.
So Mo, I mean, do you guys work in the barber shop, or are you business partners? Do you actually barber, or is it purely business for you?
With this industry, and because we have such a big passion for the industry, it's always good to still be on the floor, be on the tools, and also to interact with your clients. I think that's the best way to grow your business, is just to be in your business as well as focusing on it as well.
I love the concept, Gary. I love the concept. What these guys do is that our researchers tell us that you kind of open up your shops with staff that's been with you a long time.
That's exactly right. That's right.
Fucking love it. I absolutely love it. I tell you what, anybody who's watching this, any advice I could give you, get your best staff tied into your business so they can't fuck off and open a shop somewhere else. Get them to move it on with you. Use your heads. Come on.
Yeah, I agree.
Guys, fair play to you both. The Mo & Co brand looks fantastic, but you're doing with that people who you've trained up, who do really well with. Then you say, here, look, we've got an opportunity. Do you want to open a shop with us? I love it. You're tying your best people in with you. I love the idea. Amazing.
They understand a bit of the culture about what we do, and from the steps going up. So it's not about only the haircut. It's also the culture behind it, and the career path that these young guys can come and join.
And I take it though the Barbers Boys and Mo & Co, you're all 100% Wahl products as well.
Yes, of course.
Fucking hell. Is there a delay there Is there a delay there in Australia? Bravo, nice. I'm all over. Can you get me through to Wahl headquarters, please? We've got 3 dodgy Australians on here.
Here we go.
I was waiting for that.
No. I know. Listen, it's healthy to have competition.
Matt Clay. You're Matt Clay. See my hair?
We've lost him.
Oh, don't say that to him. He loves that. See? Do you know the story behind his products? We'll have to go into that another time. But he named them all as well. So that's a very interesting thing there, Bill. But we'll get on to. We want to talk about you, not Simon Shaw. So we'll just carry on. You've won quite a few awards, Don, over the years. I know Anthony's been voted, was he best barber or something like that? Is that something that's really important to you to improve or profile the brand as well, or are competition awards important to you?
I think it's for your culture, like Bill was saying, and Mo & Co. We strive for accolades. Obviously, it keeps the guys interested. I mean, Anthony now is traveling the world, so that was good. With us, we've won some national awards, which was great. Yeah, it is. It's an important for the business and the doors that it opens and the networks as well. And, like meeting you guys as well. Yourself, we had you over. Trevor Studd, obviously, now our close association with the BBA, which just takes us to a next level. And like the boys were saying, we've got that competitive streak. I don't know if it's our European or just being proud Aussies that, we want to be up there with the best, which, like I said, the boys are doing a phenomenal job. we're trying down here. We just want to, you know, raise the Australian flag in the bar, which I think we're doing real well, and we're nearly there, you know.
I think one of my questions for all of you as well is, looking at your brands, they are very, very top class. And, you know, you would easily fit into the top 20 brands here in the UK, looking at your brands of the Barber Club and Mo & Co. How do you guys rate Australian barbering? How do you guys rate your barbering at the minute? Have you seen a massive change in the last 2 or 3 years?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. It's been excellent. All these young guys coming up, you know, using YouTube, using education, it's actually a lifestyle. They're not buying into a barbershop. They're actually in lifestyle. So they work on their self-esteem, their self-confidence. There's a lot of aspects to a barbershop, and where they become as young men. You know, yeah.
All women as well. You see now heaps of women barbers coming into the picture as well.
A lot of women barbers we have actually. Yeah, that's right.
So we have them, and they're up and coming as well.
And Don?
Yeah, I agree 100%. Yeah, look, I think especially with some of you guys coming over, we've had a lot of the UK guys come over the last couple of years, because obviously we do the competition circuit around nationally, so we'll be seeing them come in. So the style has changed, the medium, the long, the texture. It's not so much the traditional barbering anymore. And like the guy said too, the females, I mean, we've got them coming through the academy. I mean, I know some of you guys out there in the UK, you've got Hayden Cassidy, and then you got Stay Gold in the States. But, you know, our quality is just as good here now, especially with internet and the networks and YouTube. And like I said, stuff like this live stream now, we're right up there, I think. I don't think we have a problem. We could easily work on the world stage. And our educators are from Australia. So we take our hat off, you know. I think anyway, we're doing a great job.
I think from our point of view, you know, and I've been into Australia as well, I think you're not having any problem at all attracting staff to your businesses. That shows, because how quickly you're growing. But also, I think it's true what you're saying. I think people are buying into a job now. It isn't just a job, is it? It's buying into that whole. It's quite cool to be a barber at the moment again, isn't it? You know, I mean, I think from you guys, especially you, Don, and Bill and Mo, especially if they want to belong to a great brand, it's a great pull for somebody, isn't it? You know, I'm not saying that grassroots aren't good, but when you're building into, if they know there's a progression within the company and they can you know, at some time own their own company or their own business through you, it's a massive pull for people, isn't it, to come and work for your companies as well.
That's exactly right. Exactly right.
Yeah, I think they've got a goal now, our staff. Obviously with Mo & Co, they can see what the boys are doing and have done. So that inspires a lot of the young ones that they want to be like the boys, you know, and there is a future. It's no more just working in a barbershop, you know, 9 to 5 and that's all. Where before, when we're out in the young days, you know, you'd meet someone, say you're a barber, you'd mumble it. Where now, mate, you got them tattooed on your neck and all the rest of it, and you're walking proud that you're a barber, you know. And it's a whole. You think you're a lifestyle these days, you know. Yeah.
So it's a lifestyle. Cool. People are proud of it. People, you know. I was speaking to a sales rep, Gary, today, who is a rep up in Scotland, and he supplies Wahl products, and he's been going out delivering to people's houses, and he said, I see him in the barber shops, but I've actually been, because the Scotland's not open yet. And he says, I've been delivering some stock to their houses. He said, I'm amazed how good barbers' houses are. This would have not have happened 10 years ago. Now we're turning up to people's barbers' houses, and it's like, you know, it's like Machin Towers. It's like a beautiful house. You know, sometimes I phone my girlfriend an hour before I'm going to get home, just at Bottom Drive.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I live in a caravan, so I've got no luck, boys, so I'm sorry for that. No palatial houses in South Australia.
You're being too modest, you guys. You don't need a good house when you've got a boat as nice as yours anyway, Don.
Here we go.
Guys, who inspires you guys then? You know, again, question to all three of you, but who's your inspiration, or you look for inspiration from?
I guess, like as in the business, is our staff. You know, our staff and our clients and our interactions with them is what keep us going. And just seeing these young kids coming in and, like Bill said, giving them a lifestyle and a career path, that always inspires us to say, okay, like it's so good feeling to see a young kid just grow and how we can mentor them and guide them, not only into their business, into their life as well. It's fantastic.
Bill, what inspires you?
Trevor.
Oh, don't say that. We'll never live that down.
Let's get Trevor on. Let's get
He's
Trevor on.
a
Come on, Trev,
champion.
where are you?
Trev, where are you, mate?
Our producer sat somewhere, sat in there. We need to see our Trevor out there. Not happening. You see?
Yeah. So Don, who inspires you?
I think the boys are nailed it. It's the staff, the youth, because behind them, without them and our clients, we're nobody, you know. And I'm lucky enough that, you know, I've got a fantastic team that picks up all the scraps behind me because I'm a bit of a bolter. So, yeah, it's and you know, it's just the networks, you guys there, what the boys are doing, you know, we're just forever looking, you know, and trying to evolve. So that's the main inspirations, you know, and mentors, really good mentors, you know, that I work with. So, yeah, all that sort of thing, you know.
Just quickly, I know time's getting on, and you know, Sam's got some more questions for you, but I just want to touch on from the BBA's point of view. We're always trying to evolve and trying to better the industry, if you like. Not better. We probably a strong word, but we're always trying to get the industry to go in the right direction or raise the awareness of barbers. What's the governance like in Australia at the moment? Is it very strong? Is it you know, is it good at the moment? I know, Don, you were trying to get on the board at one point to influence what was happening so you can improve. Has anything moved forward with that? What's it like in, because you're very, it happens. I know you're in different areas. You're in South Australia, and I know you're in New South Wales. So does it change a lot between actual areas or not?
For the education side, it does, especially with funding, which makes it harder in South Australia. Melbourne and Sydney are different, how they use their funding. So to have a voice in the government, I'm sure the boys would know, even for hairdressing, it's very hard for us to make moves. You know, we've got a few commissions here, which we're trying to make a difference, but it's all slow steps. I mean, I've seen what you've done, Gary, and we've sat down with some of your guidelines, and it's fantastic, you know, with your hygienes and that system you've got going through all your salons, you know, displayed in the window. But we're just trying. There's talks I want to get a board together, but nothing's really eventuated yet. But I think it's something we'll see in the near future. So there is definitely movement of change, but there's no board as such yet in the barbering. Talking.
Yeah. What's it like in your areas, guys? You know, with you and Bill Mo, do you have much input in the guidance and what happens within your area, or is it something you want to get involved in?
Yeah, we're on the Australian Hairdressing Council. There's the Australian Hairdressing Council that's similar to what you guys are doing with the people Wendy Chong, and she's doing a fantastic job. She's also, you know, getting all the education and all the guys together, all the salons together to talk and have a forum like this. Yeah. So I have a question. In London, in England or Scotland, is the government quite strict on the certificate or the licensing and insurances? Is it linked with the insurances? That's my question.
Well, to answer your question, we've got a great training. We've got great training in the UK, and we've got great standards. But we don't have to be licensed like around the world. It isn't mandatory to be licensed, which we're pushing for, because I think it'll do away with the rogue element of people who are not pulling, you know, in the right direction. But like yourself, it's a really hard battle. It's hard to get people involved. It's hard to get the politicians to take us seriously. But we are pushing, and with COVID-19 at the moment, it's really helped us to push in the right direction. We're very professional in what we do, but we're still not classed as a profession. We are a trade. We are, you know, we're a craft at the moment in our own country. And it's funny because, you know, myself and Simon, we travel all over the world, and we have guests coming on saying, you know, oh, you're this, you're that, you know, but at the end of the day, we are not licensed or regulated to the point where we want to be. So it's it's a good point, and it's a hard thing to carry on, but you know, we have to keep pushing in the right direction with people like the quality of the guys that we've got on tonight. You know, you guys, I'm sure it's in good hands, and you should be pushing in the right direction. Can we have a quick drink, Simon? I'm parched.
Guys, we'll have a little shot of Patron.
Yeah.
Oh, boys, we need to start wrapping this up. If you've been watching Barbers Arms, we always finish off with a few profile questions, just so our viewers in this next week can learn a little bit about you, Don, you, Bill, and you, Mo. So we've tailored it a little bit this week to a bit more Aussie style questions on your profile. Don't forget, guys, to share this. Everybody who's watching it, share Barbers Arms as well. If you want to find out some more information on the website, which is barbersarms.co.uk, Simon Shaw Wahl, or Gary's The British Barber on his Instagram. You can follow and get more information about up-and-coming shows. This is episode 14 in the house. We have Don from Barber Boys, and we have Bill and Mo from Mo & Co. Some of the Australian leading stars, not only in Australia, but globally, with the amount of salons they've got. We've got 16 salons and an academy from Barber Boys and 40 salons from Mo & Co. Absolutely unbelievable guests. I want to start off with you, please, Don. Quick fire questions. Here we go. Neighbours or home and away?
Neighbours.
Neighbours.
I'm a golden oldie.
Foster's or Castlemaine 4X, mate?
Oh, mate. Foster's, but that's sort of South Australian beer, but we'll go Foster's. We'll support the boys.
Good lad. Do you like winter or summer?
Summer, mate, and go fishing.
That's right.
And the last question I've got for you, Jason or Kylie?
Oh, Kylie today.
Cheers, Don. Bill, neighbours or home and away?
Neighbours.
Oh, well, I'm going to start watching Neighbours again. Foster's or 4X or any other Australian lager?
4X. Queenslander.
Winter or summer?
Of course, like Don said, I love fishing as well. So summer.
Kylie or Jason?
I'll go for Jason.
Mo, finishing off with you. Again, neighbours or home and away?
Home and away.
Home and away. You see, a bit controversial there. We're going to throw it in there. Keep the networks rolling on. What's your favourite Australian lager?
VB.
I like VB as well. It's nice, that. Yeah, I do like that. Summer or winter?
Summer as well. Summer.
Kylie or Jason?
I gotta go Kylie.
Excellent, guys. It's been a pleasure to have you on Barbers Arms. I'll finish off by saying I really rate Australia. I've been watching your salons this week since we knew you were coming on the show. When I clicked into yours as well, on the Mo & Co ones, I watched the band singing and stuff like that, and I was like, wow, that salon looked absolutely amazing. It got that urban feel to it. It's not retro. You're not trying to copy anybody. You're not going old school white coats, and we're not going all down this thing. You've got your own theme. You've got your own style. And I'm like, wow, that's the place that I'd like to turn up and strut my stuff. Do your cuts there. Feel good. Go out for a beer with guys afterwards and live and breathe the barbering in that area. So, fantastic guys to have you on. And Don, looking at the Barber Boys and the academy that you've set up there, mate, bro, you've got to clean up in Australia, because you're one of those people that's like one of those true ambassadors for what barbering stands for and what you're doing with the academy, and the first and one of the biggest, if not the biggest, Australia is unbelievable, mate. So thank you to all of you for being on Barbers Arms. I'm going to pass over to Gary.
Thank you, guys.
We're taking Barbers Arms live into different parts of the world. So we'd love to come over to Australia to do a show in Australia with some of you guys there. So hopefully 2021, when you open your borders up, we can hopefully get over there and see you all. But look, from Simon Shaw at Wahl and Barbers Arms, it's great to interview you all. I'll pass you over to the Mates Meister. But
you're a gentleman.
God
Thank
bless
you for your time.
God bless you all. Gary, over to you.
Thank you.
Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Love coming to Australia. I think you're a credit to the industry. So hardworking. Your brands are fantastic. Hope to see you again soon in Australia. But if not, it might be Dubai again, Bill and Mo. If we can get over there, hopefully, you know, we'll have a beer.
We've got to go fishing.
Yeah, we'll have to go fishing. Definitely. I need to catch a big fish. So we've got to. I'm going to need a photo with a big fish. But thanks for giving us your time. I know you're very busy and you're opening another shop. So fantastic, lovely to meet you again, Don.
Thanks,
Don, you're always a pleasure to have on, sir. I love speaking to you. Give my love to the family and all the team. We'll go for another. There's a fantastic Italian restaurant, Simon. When we go to when we go to Adelaide again, Simon, I'll take you.
Pronto.
Honestly,
gentlemen.
I was working the next day. He got me in a right mess, and it was a beautiful, beautiful meal. We met some fantastic people. But it's always a pleasure, mate. Lovely to see you again. Give my love to
the honour's ours, mate. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you, guys, and thank the BBA. Thanks, guys. And we'll see you soon, Mo and Co. Hopefully.
See you later.
See you guys.
Ciao, ciao.
Guys, don't forget to share as well. Share now. We want everybody to share tonight. If you're watching it now, just press the share button and share Barbers Arms. We've just had 3 fantastic guests on there from Australia, from Barber Boys and Mo and Co. So that's been fantastic. barbersarms.co.uk, Simon Shaw Wahl, and the British Barber, which is Gary, on our Instagram and our website for all the information. Gary, I'm trying to do as much for you tonight, pal, because I know, I mean, you told me, was it 700, 800 clients that your group's done this week?
Oh, probably even more than that now. That was the last count. I can't. We had something ridiculous amount. I mean, we've gone to a booking app, which kicking and screaming, was taken to by my brother, and we've embraced it. We had to because of the guidance, and it's probably the customers have loved it, absolutely loved it. We had something like 2,000 or 3,000 registrations, and then, but it's getting ongoing. This is just the start, mate. It's if you're not busy this week, you're never going to be busy, are we, in the trade? So we'll see in a couple of 3 weeks. I think, you know, when it's all calmed down, we'll see where we are then, I think.
And you also see the sneaky bastards as well that's not over busy because they've been doing hairdressing and barbering while they've been off.
Exactly.
You've done it the right way. You've done it the right way. 95% of the industry's done it the right way as well. You've spared your time. You've had to go to the government for certain things and invested it back into your shop, spent this time to reflect on your business, refurb, redecorate, refresh, whatever you've done. And we'd always be interested to see photographs on our, you know, post them into us at Barbers Arms. But, you know, some of them have continued to cut hair, so they've not been over busy when they come back. They're just cheated, and, you know, things
it's funny.
To...
It's funny. I had a client in today, and he won't mind me saying this, and I'm not going to name any names, but he came in the shop, and I go, "Hey up, Craig, how are you?" You know, and he looked pretty fresh. You know, it wasn't a 14-week haircut, like. And he says, "Oh yeah, I've just nipped in by some products." And I said, "All right, okay." So I sorted him out. He bought plenty of, 30 quid's worth of gear, like, to take away. I said, "Yeah, your lady done that then?" No, I had it cut in the garden about 4 weeks ago. There was a guy, and he named him, and I'm not going to name him because he knows who he is. He's a local barber. And he did 5 or 6 in the garden at the same time, and I'm like, you know, that's illegal. That's not right. And he goes, he was just there. I couldn't say no. It was getting on my nerves. I goes, you really disappointed me, and he could tell I was disappointed. And you know, and
they're as bad guys though. Them that's had their hair cut. They're as bad as them that's cutting it. because you weren't going out. Listen, this is what I'm trying to say as well is, you know, I'm not saying I've let myself go because I'm fucking handsome as fuck, but I've not had my beard lined in. I've not gone and searched any of my barber mates to do that. I've not, because I ain't been going anywhere. So my eyebrows, my beard, nothing's been done for 17 weeks. I've done it myself a little bit and clipped myself and faded myself in. But to have it sat down where you have your beard lined in, I haven't done today. My eyebrows done and, you know, the beard done and stuff like that. Just because I've been allowed to do that. So I think clients have been as faulty as what the barbers have to sit there. Because what are you doing? Why are you having your hair done? Oh, because you're going to some party in somebody's house where you shouldn't be doing that neither. So it's a bit of a den of iniquity. I think people have chanced it a little bit. Great Australians there, Gary.
Oh, they're lovely people. I mean, Bill, I haven't met Mo before, I will admit. I've met Bill across a crowded room in Dubai when we've done the show over there, because obviously it's halfway house for a lot of people from Australia and Europe. That's where we all meet.
You have my shorts on?
Yeah, that's when I had your shorts on, yeah. We swapped clothes, yeah. That show.
I'm desperate for a trip away to Dubai.
Oh, I'm desperate for a trip away with you.
Gaz, let me just tell you, we've got a couple of minutes where we've got our local hero coming on, but a quick story here. So I think it was Wednesday or Thursday, we had a sales meeting. So I joined into it. There's about 40 people in the sales meeting, and everybody's on camera. So when you talk your bit, and there's a little thing with a nice breaking bit, and there were 9 photographs, and each photograph, one in Ibiza, one on the beach, one at a concert, one rock climbing. And you got to pick a photograph and say why you pick that photograph. And I got to go to another meeting about 17th round. There were just these palm trees, beautiful blue sea. And I just said, I'm going to pick photograph number 9. The reason why is because that's what my job used to be like. A few haircuts, then straight onto the beach. Everybody cracked up because that's what they think anyway. They think at Wahl that you do a few haircuts, you travel all over the world, and you go sit on the beach. Little do they know how hard we work when we're out there. But I am desperate now to get out and traveling. I'm feeling the excitement. I'm feeling you give them the hotel vibe. So it's fantastic. A new side to Barbers Arms is our local hero bit. And it's gone down really well. We've had some great local heroes. We've had Ellie McCann, Alison Russo, and we had Ross Carter in the last few weeks. Gary, do you want to introduce our local hero this week?
I will. She's a lovely lady all the way from Swinton in Manchester. It's Manchester, really. She says Swinton, but it's Manchester. It's Pauline Pennington. She's a barber who works in Moorside Barbers. She's been busy all week. I think she's just about parking a car now as we're speaking. I've been told she just, I don't know if it's a lady thing, but she can't reverse into that space. And I shouldn't say that, but I'm watching through the window.
Did you watch the you've not watched any television, have you? Because you've been grafting, pal. But just to let you know, not that I watch a lot of TV, but I've seen it pop up on my feed today that I think Bernie Eccleston had done an interview this morning with Ollie and Philip, and it was quite controversial actually about changing nappies and getting up at middle of the night. But he's 407, so what do they fucking expect? Pauline Pennington in the house, being one of our #1 fans from day one. Welcome to the Barbers Arms, our local hero.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah, so that's a bit weird.
Can you speak into your mic, whatever you're using as your device? Can you get a little bit closer or turn the volume up?
It's full.
Oh, that's it. It's changed completely. You're there now. Perfect. How are you, Pauline?
I'm very well, thank you.
Have you had a busy day?
But a really, really busy day.
Have you worked all week?
Really, really busy.
Really, really busy.
Pauline, do you feel like you've been run over, or are you on Ralgex, DP, Voltarol, penicillin, ibuprofen, paracetamol. What's the cocktail?
20,000 gallons of water, Pilates, yoga, stretching. I bought one of them bars for across the door so I can have a stretch. No, I've been fine. Pair of Skechers, not a problem. We're hard as women.
Ugh, that don't sound... Gary, what's wrong with it? What are you drinking, Pauline?
Water.
Oh, my God. Listen, get a message over to Australia to the producer. What's happening here? Why are we getting these guests on that's like local heroes and they're drinking water? What's wrong with them?
I'm still at work. I have to
Pauline.
drive.
Fair play to you.
Pauline,
Right, Gary, come on, guys. We'll have to do some stretching. I'll do a few press up. Oosh.
Come on, do a
That's
stretch
easy
and
for
show
today.
us your feet.
No, I've only got size 3 feet.
Oh, that's...
How do you stand up?
I love a woman with small feet.
I'm only tiny. But it's good.
Can we have a look
So,
around?
are
Can we
you
have a
gonna
look around your shop?
Yeah, how do I do it?
You just walk and we'll follow.
Technology in Manchester has just arrived. Do you have Wi-Fi or Wi-Fi? Turn your camera around, Paula. You know, just press the little... just point camera at the shop. Just turn your camera around. So just gives a view round.
You turn it round and show us round the shop.
Well, now I can't see you. Right.
It doesn't matter.
There's me price.
Oh, BBA. That's what we want to see.
Nice.
Yeah, I can fix you all when you turn up. Where am I now? I've cleaned up. I've mopped the floor. I'm in the little corner over there, out the way.
Very
There's not
good.
enough on the other side.
How many staff have you got there?
There's 3 of us, but we're not all working together.
Okay.
How have you found it, Pauline? How have you found the week that we've had Saturday personally? Has it been tough? Have you been busy? Are you tired?
Been absolutely exhausted and in bed every night at 9 o'clock. I've never in 40 years had more than 3 weeks off work. It was a huge mental, physical, everything shock.
Yeah.
I found plenty to do, but
it's not like barbering. It's not like cutting hair, is it? You're busy. You paint your shed. You paint your fencing. You do decorate a bedroom, but it's not like cutting hair, is it?
How many clients have you been doing then a day then, Pauline?
we've all been starting at different times. So I don't know. Oh, I don't check. We just keep going. We're head down.
All right. Oh, you wouldn't do well working for me, Pauline, if I didn't know how many you were doing. I'd be keeping a tighter rein on you, I tell you.
Well, I don't know if the tax man's watching me. It's Salford, don't
Pauline, what's your favourite clipper?
You'll not believe me.
Go on.
Circa.
A what?
Circa.
Hey.
Circa.
Hang on, I'll have to turn the thing around.
All right.
See.
The ripples going through the barber's arms now. Who's going? Talk to Circa. Okay. Fair play.
And Circa.
All right. From.
See.
Do you know what? I'm not being disrespectful, but I don't actually know if I've ever written those before.
No. And I'm sure after 25 clients on trot, she'll not neither.
So anyway.
But I still use them.
Oh, them being Magic Clip, second biggest selling clipper in the world. Yeah. That one, yeah. We know Circa, but we're still using them. Let's give them the respect that they deserve. It's a Wahl Magic Clip, cordless, the second biggest selling clipper in the world. That one, yes. It's Very good clip of that, Pauline.
Is that your backup?
I've got plenty of wall clippers.
Good girl. I
Pauline.
like it.
Paul, see, look now, Simon, it's coming out. She's got the 100 years as well.
Perfect. Hey, listen, Paul, it don't matter. Barbers Arms is all about what people use. So if you've got your favourite clipper there that's not ours, it don't matter. We want you to share it. That's what it's all about. So it's fine. Have you enjoyed Barbers Arms while you've been on the lockdown? Have you enjoyed watching us?
Every single week. Every single week. Yeah, I don't go to the pub very often. I'm certainly not on a Friday night. But it's been brilliant. It's been really something to like focus on and wait and look forward to every single Friday.
Thank you. And
But my son-
I know you're drinking water tonight because you're still at work, but when you've been watching us through lockdown, have you had a tipple?
I've had a few cocktails.
Oh, what's your favourite cocktail? Because we've got one coming up, obviously, to mention.
Anything passion fruit and martini style. I don't know what they're called. They come in a can from Tesco.
Star martinis.
Is that them? Yeah.
Yes, passion fruit. Yeah, Gary had one a couple of weeks ago, didn't you, Gary?
Yeah, we had a porn star martini. If you go back, you'll see it, and I'll talk you through it. You'll hear my voice as you're drinking it.
Which is a worrying thought. Pauline, it's fantastic to have you on as our local hero. Thank you for watching Barbers Arms from day one, sweetheart. We wish you all the very best at Moorside Barbers in Swinton, where you're based, who you work with there. So we wish you and all the staff that work there all the very best. Keep watching Barbers Arms. Please share this as well tonight. You're one of our #1 fans. So thank you very much and keep watching. And we'll see you soon.
Good night. See you later.
You always get a little bit of controversy. As soon as you ask that question, what's your favourite clipper? We've had it. Look, every week it's a Wahl clip. I'm happy if somebody says sometimes there's a bit like, oh, that's my favourite one. I like it. It's nice. It's one of them things that's natural.
Do you know what? I was just waiting for the week that it come. I thought it'd come a lot quicker. I did. I was getting planned somebody and say, Forfex or some obscure.
Well,
but I honestly, I've never heard of that clipper.
So again, Andy's, Barbery's, Oster, they'll be shitting themselves again. They're not even in top. It's like perfect. Anyway, enough of that. We're not here to promote clippers. Great guest from Australia so far. Great guest from our local hero. Guys, I know you're getting shattered. You've done really well, pal, this week. All at Rogers, and you've done fantastic. So we're gonna have a little natural break now, guys, and we'll be back in about 2 or 3 minutes. And we'll leave it with Trevor.
Over to you, Trevor.
Someday I'm gonna write the story of my life. I'll tell about the night we met and how my heart can forget the way you smiled at me. The sorrow when our love was breaking up, the memory of a broken heart, and later on the joy of making up, never, never more to part. There's one thing. With you.
Bit of spring, Henry. Henry. And after a good workout, nothing beats a great smell of brew. Here, you trying to muscle on my act? Yeah, why don't you throw the towel, Henry? Good. Route 33, the deodorant with muscle.
Wait, I know. TV time.
Yeah. Closing time. It's only 9:30.
It's BBC One, Rick.
Oh, right.
Here we go. We're back after our
How's your
short
feet?
interval.
How's your feet?
Oh, grand. They're all right now. I've got a little pen. I don't know. It's like a tens machine. I've got a bad hip and a bad back, so I just keep clicking it with it. The dog runs off, but I'm all right. I've just had a quick click, and I'm all right now. Anyway,
Have you done your stretches?
yeah, I've done my stretches. I always do my stretches all over the bed and back of the bed, and as much as I can possibly get it. So we're going to have a cocktail. This is our cocktail moment, guys. So we've got our cocktail shaker. We've got some ice. Got to throw it in there. Today, we're going to do, in homage to the Aussie guys, we're going to do a Mai Tai Cocktail, which is known as an Aussie Beachcomber as well. So if anybody ever had one of these. So it's spice rum. So I'm using some Kraken at the moment. That's Rachel's, that's the landlady of the Barbers Arms. That's her favourite. So 2 shots of Kraken in there. We've got a shot of Cointreau. So 1 shot of Cointreau straight in there. We've got 1 lime already squeezed because she's very organised, just coming from work. So we throw that in there as well. And we got some agave, which is our natural sweetener, because I don't like it too. So with a little bit of that in there. We're going to throw this on. We've got a built-in strainer. As it goes in, we just take that out. Going to push this into a nice glass that's been had ice in. It had my ice in earlier.
I think you deserve to do this in one as well.
In one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You deserve it, mate. You've had a really busy week. Come on, for everybody who's watching and sharing all these videos from Barbers Arms tonight in episode 14, you've had a massive busy week. This is the 10th of July, 2020. Let's have the cocktail done in one.
Okay, so got some lime in there, some lime wedges, and then we got some mint just squeeze it first, bruise it so you can smell it. It's absolutely beautiful. Good health.
Good health to you.
First week back
in one, Gaz.
Oh,
nice.
Beautiful. That's my one a day every time.
Just take it steady because I think our next guest as well, Sam, will be up for a drink as well because in lockdown he's really worked on his. I don't think he's drunk over lockdown, from what I can gather, and he's really worked on his body. Last time I saw him with some really disturbing photographs I saw, he got a 6-pack and everything, which is horrible.
That's it. That's a change for him though, because he's usually the last one to bed every time we go out.
Something I want to speak to him about some rumours I've heard when he's been out in Canada and America. He's been 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning up, and I want to see what the effects are on stage with him. But obviously, he's not in your league, Gary, for the drinking cocktails in one. So, he's nowhere near you.
You say that as if it's a penance. You've got to do it in one. I quite like doing it in one. It's, you just get that zing, don't you, every time. It doesn't beat this, though. I mean, it doesn't get any better.
Since you've been drinking that as well, they need to be sponsoring you because the amount of people that I speak to now, barbers who are drinking Newcastle Brown because of you, is unbelievable. Newcastle Brown, if you're watching this, you need to get in touch with Barbers Arms. You can get in touch with us on our website, which is thebarbersarms.co.uk. Simon Shaw Wahl on my Instagram, or Gary Machin, the British Barber. If you want to speak to Gary about his Newcastle Brown drinking, then please get in touch with us. Also, as well, guys, don't forget to share this video tonight as well. Please share it while you're watching us. We've had a fantastic response from the barbering industry and the hairdressing industry as well. Lots of people as well have been saying about the guests that we've had on over the last few weeks as well, and the last months. You know, we've had some top names in the industry. A lot of people who came on in the infancy of this show, Geoff Davis, Gary Jackson, we had Jack Ludlow, people, Adam Sloan, Johnny Barber. You know, they've all been saying they'd love to come back on again at some point as well, because obviously the views that we're getting now is unbelievable. So please share it. Get a chance to win some prizes from the BBA and also Wahl by sharing it as well. So when you share it, you go straight into our draw as well to obviously win some prizes as well. And obviously as well, we're looking always to do our, you know, Barber's Arms live as well. I hope my mum's watching tonight as well. She normally watches from a Saturday morning while she's having a bath, which is really disturbing when I say that. Especially when she says you're her favourite, Gary, as well. It's really weird.
Hey, Sam.
Sam Wahl. Have we got Sam Wahl in the house?
Oi, oi.
How are you, mate?
I'm very well. How are you?
Very well. You're looking good.
Feeling good.
Are you coming from the salon, or are you home, or where are you?
No, I'm still in the studio, so I've just finished.
Perfect. Have you had a busy week?
Oh, it's been chocolate. It's been so good. It's good to be back. I think I've done 5 12-hour shifts, 12, 13-hour shifts this week. So, yeah.
Unbelievable, mate.
Just good to be back, though. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to complain about working hard. Like, I've had 4 months off.
Sam, let me just translate for our northern viewers. He says he's been really busy this week. He's done a few hours in shop. He's knackered and he's happy to be on show. All right. So
Correct.
That's just a northern version of, oh, mate, yeah, fucking hell, be packed out and fucking 12-hour shifts here, mate.
Oh,
How's it going?
That's quite good, mate.
Listen, mate, I have seen over lockdown, you've not been drinking, is that right?
It is right, yeah. I thought it was time to grow up, really. I was getting a bit of a party boy rep, weren't I? So I thought I'd start taking life a little bit more serious.
Well, we're going to talk to you a little bit about that a bit later, about your reputation, that some of the stuff that in your career that you've had so far, coming onto the scene on the barbering and platform stage, some of the things that have happened in your career. So we're going to ask you a few questions about that. But first of all, welcome to Barber's Arms. Great to have you on.
Thank you for having me, guys. I was looking forward to this.
Good. We're pleased. And you'll be same as Gary as well. Both of you will be suffering this week with the aches and pains and trials and tribulations of not playing a football game for like 15, 16 weeks and going straight into a semi-final and a final. You'll be struggling a little bit.
Yeah, it took me by surprise, actually, to be honest, how intense it's been. I was kind of expecting to just get up and go again, but it really has not for the system. But as I say, it's just good to be back, really, and just good to. I'd wear a clown outfit to get back to work. Do you know what I mean? I'd do anything.
I was exactly the same, Sam. I was, I try and not. My filter for social media is Rachel, because I don't look at I don't read social media. I don't, I don't interact very often. Rachel reads everything and then tells me what I have to respond to or actually look at.
Is that Rachel? Mama Gould, I call her. Is that yeah, Mama Gould? Yeah. She's amazing. I love Mama Gould.
Yeah. So
no, he's on about his Mrs. Rachel, not.
Oh, is that Mrs.? Sorry,
his Mrs.
That's my.
She had his tea ready for him tonight. She had his bar ready for him tonight. She even squeezed his lemons for his cocktail. He's got it made, this lad.
Oh, mate.
No, I mean, Mama Gould that you're on about, and I mean, I think we ought to bring that up as well. It's a good point. She's been so almost responsible for the barbering resurgence for the media from a magazine point of view. I love Rachel Gould. I think we give her a big shout out because she is. You brought that up, but I was talking about my Rachel.
Well,
But,
your lady called Rachel too, so
yeah. But social media wise, I've heard so many people moaning about wearing a visor. You know, we've got to clean this, we've got to do that. I mean, it's just good to be back. We just need to do whatever we need to do to get back. Why moan? We've got to do it. Simple as that. And you know, from another professional to another professional, you'd do anything to get back behind the chair, wouldn't you? So I don't know what people are moaning about.
No,
I'll tell you what, guys. One of the things that was said to me was, I think it was Five, one of my team said on one of the groups that we're on, he felt on, I think it was yesterday night, he felt like it was the third day after Salon International.
Yeah.
It was intense.
When you've been at an exhibition for 3 days. So obviously, you know how hard I work then through the year doing exhibitions every week. So welcome to my fucking world, all of you. Stop moaning about doing a few cuts in the shop.
Hey, the last Salon International we did, you had a champagne bar there, and I remember it being pretty good on the wall stand this time.
Well, you know, we try his best there, but we do work hard. You know, it's. I think sometimes people think that you just turn up, you've got this brilliant stage there and everything, and it just the team there and everybody who works there. It's a finely tuned cog, and I always say in my speeches to everybody, I can't do what I do on that stage without Tony Hewitt, our general manager, the guys that go and load the stock up, the salespeople, the marketing people, everybody who I can't do what I do unless every single person, for me, is so important in that cog. So it's really important. Sam, who is Sam Wahl? Tell our viewers, who's Sam Wahl?
Oh, personally or businessman? There's two different Sam Walls, I think.
Both.
We want to know you as a person. We want to know you as a person.
Person, I would say, if I would sum me up a little bit weird and wonderful, I would say I found myself a creative. I've had to work on the business side a lot more. I'm definitely more of a creative person. So the business side of it, I've had to really study and work hard and concentrate on that. But I just like to have fun, really. I don't take life too seriously. Like, I just want to get up in the morning and do the best I can every day and see what occurs. And I mean, the world we're in now, it's so intense and everyone gets upset about the smallest of things. And I don't know, life's short, isn't it? So my moral is just like have some fun and try and blag my way through life, really.
Sam, quickly, just for our viewers, I know you're a southerner. Where you from originally?
So originally from Maidstone, Westmoreland, a little village called Westmoreland next to Sevenoaks.
I love it. Beautiful place, Westmoreland.
Yeah,
my mate Mitch Lucas lives there.
Believe it or not, that's my first salon, as you know, Simon. That was where I trained at.
So I've done some seminars for Annie and Perry and the guys there. Dom. Yeah, I was junior. They took me on. I started at 22, and that was the first ever salon. And Mitch and Annie, I owe my career to, really, because I wouldn't be where I am now without them giving me the first. Love them. I love them.
Amazing. Yeah.
I did a day down there. There's a pub there on the corner. Is it the White Bear or the White Swan or the Swan?
You've got the Swan.
There's a Swan. We went there and we did like an open day for them, and we did just haircuts for charity for a day there. And I went down there on the Friday night and going out with Mitch and Annie for a drink. Then I did the day. I was driving out of Westmoreland and I thought, do you know what? I'm not going home tonight. I phoned Mitch and I said, I'm just about to get on the M4 here. I'm going to turn back and come back for tonight. I've got my hotel still for tonight. And we had another night out. Westmoreland, beautiful, isn't it?
It's a beautiful little village. There's so many different pubs for different things as well. You've got your old school pub. The Swan's a bit more fancy. You've got your sports pub. You've got your pub for your Sunday roast. It's a little village you can walk through in about 2 minutes. But it's a stunning little place.
So, Sam, that was going to be my next question, because I knew you come into hairdressing or into barbering later. You know, you just said you were 22. So how did you get into it, and how did you end up north with us northerners?
I know. Well, it's cut a long story short, really. I was a bit lost when I was 21. I went travelling. I've done everything. I was a personal trainer for a bit. I was selling water for a bit. I was helping my uncle on a building site for a bit. I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I went travelling around Australia for a year, and I was struggling to earn money. And this random guy offered me a haircut in a hostel for $10. And don't get me wrong, it was the worst haircut I've ever had. It was like wonky, but it gives you the idea that how easy was that to earn money. Like all you had to do really was take your scissors and cut them, and I could travel all over the world. So my initial thought process behind it was I fell in love with traveling, so I wanted to travel with it. And then when I come back, I spoke to Perry, who was a friend of mine, and Annie and Mitch took me on as a junior, and I trained up and fell in love with hairdressing, and that became my main passion. And then I've been lucky enough to combine the both, so cutting hair and traveling whilst earning money. So yeah.
And were you singing in a band in Oz?
Yeah, that was. I put that out today as a laugh. I was dressed as a woman as well. Luckily, the camera back the video back in 2010, and the quality of the video ain't great, so you can't really see what I'm wearing. Luckily, it worked now, but yeah. No,
so we got Sam Wahl, and then it was a cross dresser.
Well, this is it. Well, luckily, the rock star career didn't take off, because I definitely would have been dead by now. That's for sure. Can
I just say to all our viewers, which last week was way over 250,000, 329. That video will be on our website later on this week. So if you want to see Sam Wahl
rocking out dressed as a woman on the drums.
So you're up in Newcastle, is that right?
Yeah. So I've been here 6 years in June. So that's another, cut a long story short. My dad's a Geordie originally. So he's lived down Kent all my life when I was born and bred. And then I was in a bit of a hole when at about 25, 26. I was in a bit of a bad place, and I needed a fresh start. So my dad just said, go and see your auntie, just get away for a couple of weeks. And I literally just had the clothes on my back, and I rocked up at my auntie's, and I was supposed to stay for 2 weeks, and I never went home. So built the brand from scratch up here, really, which I'm quite proud of.
Do you see Tom Baxter much?
No, I kind of keep myself to myself, to be honest, mate. I like my own little bubble. So yeah, I don't really watch too many other people. I got given a bit of advice when I was younger, and it stuck with me. It was like, if you want to build a building in the city, a lot of people would concentrate and look at the other buildings around them. He said, but don't do that. He said, find a space, build your own, and fuck everyone else. And I've just kind of lived in my own little bubble, really. I don't watch too many people. I just do what I feel like I want to do. So
you fucking watch me all the time. To be fair, because he watches me all the time. I've had a look at his views. He's watching me everything I do. He watches me all the time.
I must admit, I've been watching this, and you two are. You should have your own. I know you've got this show, but it's hilarious, some of the things.
Sam, tell me as well. Are you attached to a photography studio where you are as well?
Yeah, I mean, this is where I work from, a photography studio. So I'm a freelance hairdresser here, and that's why I've got lucky. Like you said, Simon, before about the shows, and you can't do what you do without the people in the background. Like, I wouldn't be here without the studio. The girls, Marie, who owns the studio, she's a photographer. She creates my images. I do the hair, and it's just a massive teamwork. And we've just got such a good family clique that we just bounce off each other. She knows what I'm thinking before I'm thinking it. And it's
that'd be good for your social media then. To when you do a good cut, you can stick it straight into the studio, and then your photographs are going to look mint on your social media side.
Yeah, exactly that. I mean, the image that won behind the chair, it was a bowl cut. I literally did that on a model. We didn't plan on shooting it, and because we changed it, I said, Marie, can you shoot this? She just nipped him out the back. It took 2 minutes. She's edited it for 5 minutes, and it was just, we're very blessed to be able to be in a position where we can just get content whenever we want.
So you won behind the chair. What other awards have you won?
Behind the chair, American Cruel Star Challenge. I went to Barcelona. That was good. My first ever award was for the BBA, Gary, and I think you judged me actually, and it was a shaving one up here. I didn't go to the nationals, but I won the regional. That was my first. That was 2015. And then you had Baldy on here last week, and he was talking about the New World Barbers. And the New World Barbers was my first Barber award. We went down to Celtic Manor in Wales, and I did the competition there, and that was 2015 as well. So Baldy judged me there. And it's mad to look back now, really, and think about them.
The thing is, Sam, though, I mean, you know, and we have some great guests on here, and I'm not blowing smoke up your ass, but you seem to be on social media all the time, and that's very clever. But you know, it's not about winning, but you seem to get nominated for every single award that going. You know, I'm not saying you win every single one, but to be the finalist in all these awards it's a great testament to what you do anyway. I mean, you've been a finalist in every competition I think that's ever been done. You know what I mean?
Thank you. I think the way I see it, again, I couldn't do it without a team, because it is a team, again, with the photographers. I mean, Marie, she's amazing. But you don't have to. A lot of people go into the awards to win it, and they think that's the end goal. But it's not. Even if you're a finalist, and even when you do win an award, it's how you use it. You've got to use it. It's like a springboard onto the next thing. And it's no good winning an award or becoming a finalist if you're not pushing it out there, or not showing your clients, or not putting your prices up, or not networking more. And a lot of people see the award as the end goal, and it's not for me. It's just the start to then get onto the next ladder, or the rung of the ladder.
You know, my view, Sam, on that as well is, you know, anybody that works with me or my artistic team, anybody who gets into that circle it's not about us for me. I try and develop them as the working women, but it doesn't impress. I'm impressed by people's personality, people's stage presence. You know, that's what inspires me. And you know, that's one thing that I think you're becoming that now. One of the things I want to move on to as well with the questions as well is what would you say is the turning point in your career? You've said about being in a few dark places at 25, 26. What's the turning point in your career?
I had a funny feeling you were going to ask this, and I was thinking about this actually, because I saw you ask this for Tom. There's a few different points throughout the career. I think the first one was the move to Newcastle, really, for me as a person, because when you figure yourself out and you're comfortable in your own skin and you work on your mindset and you're in a piece, then you're in a better place to achieve better work and things like that. But I think when I was really struggling to get noticed and break through the door was, I suppose, when I started with Chris Foster, when I got onto the Foster Academy team. And again,
is that still about that, or is that don't happen anymore?
No, that was about 4 years ago. So there was two of us, me and Aaron, and I remember Chris.
I remember sorting you both out with some clippers.
Yes, I still didn't get mine.
Really?
Yeah, it's Aaron and Chris you sorted, and I was left.
Is that the Brummie kid, the kid with the yes, oh, fuck Simon, thanks very much, mate. I like my clippers.
Yeah,
from Eastern Baghdad.
But yeah, so and then I remember like the first station I did with Chris was Pro Hair London, and he took the mic off me because I just froze, and I walked off and I just said, I can't do this. Not great. My nerves used to always get the better of me, and then I realised he gave me an option, and he said, no, you can do it. He said it's just not as easy as people think. And I used to play golf for my county, and I didn't make the third year. They cut me, and I was 17, I think. And I had the same feeling getting off that stage as I did when I was playing golf. And I hung my clubs up when I was a young age because it just destroyed me. And I thought, you've got a choice here. You either go back and do what you did when you were 17 at golf, or work harder and get through this. And Chris gave me the support, and then he taught me how to like body language, tonality, how to take an audience on the journey. And it wasn't just cutting hair; it was everything, presenting. And as you guys know, it's a totally different skill set. So for me, I suppose that was when the doors started to open and get noticed. That's where he introduced me to Rachel Gould, and then obviously just kind of went from there, really. So I suppose that was a good turning point. There's been a few though, and then obviously the one in America, that kind of opened a few doors.
Yeah, I know you're a brand ambassador for a few different bits and bobs, and there's a particular clipper company that you represent now as well. So
I was waiting for years.
Who do you represent at the moment?
Well, I represent the I would say the best clipper company on the market. I think Panasonic. I've been waiting 5 years for the knock on the door from Simon, and it's never come. I didn't even get me free clippers.
Wow. Sorry, I missed. Once you lost me at hello. Put in with fucking Pauline Pennington with that circa.
I just saw that. I was pleased.
Yeah, honestly, it's creasable. Look, I'm glad you're doing well with Panasonic, mate, and I'm glad brands get associated with them. With good presenters like yourself. You are a bigger presenter for them than they are in our market. So look, you know, you don't want to get back inside.
In all honesty, it's nice. I'm very selective with who I do choose, and I see a lot of people jump on a lot of bandwagons. And for me, the brand needs to fit. But the one thing I did like about Panasonic was I saw it as a challenge, because then they're obviously Wahl and Andis are like the main two clipper companies. But once I started using the clippers, I swear by them now. They are precise, and I do love them. But it's nice to be part of a brand that I can help grow as well. And the same with American Crew. I left American Crew after 3 years with them. I felt I needed a new challenge, and then and I've just signed for Mitsutani Scissors as well, so I'm part of their team now as well, which is.
So are you not with Revlon anymore then?
No, I left them last year. I left Revlon and Crew last summer, just before. I don't know. I kind of go on gut feeling, and I just felt that it was time. I had a good 3 years with them, and I just felt it was time to have a change. I didn't really know what was going to happen next, or I didn't have any brand lined up. And
what put you off with Revlon? What did you do for them? What was your job for them?
So with Revlon and Crew, it was kind of educating for American Crew, doing a few salon work. I mean, they looked after me well. We did London Fashion Week. I did the Queen's Tennis, so I did Djokovic's hair and met Murray and all of them at the Queen's Tennis with Jack to London. I'm jealous, man. I've got me bottle of water. Look.
Oh, mate.
Are you not drinking?
No, I'm off the drink for a while.
Honestly, mate. Honestly, I
should have stayed off that.
I've never wanted a drink so much on a Friday in my life.
Gary's been desperate all week, you see, because he's been caning it all week. So tonight's his release tonight, but he is working tomorrow. So we've got a driver ready to pick him up at Machin Towers to take him to one of his multi-million businesses tomorrow.
Cocktail in his hand, still in the morning.
Yeah.
No,
Sam,
thank you.
Sam, one of the things obviously I look at obviously as well is, you know, one of my advice, and I always like to speak to, especially to young presenters as well. I know you sent me a message about we don't really get a chance to speak at exhibitions and stuff because we're always busy. You know, just bear in mind as well when you pick and choose things in your career as well, you don't want to be like one. You need to get to a company where you stay as well, so have some longevity as well, because, you know, one thing that always in my career, you think of Simon Shaw, you think of Wahl, you think of Simon Shaw. Same with a lot of the presenters that I work with as well. It's the longevity that you have with them. I'm pleased that you're doing really well, but I'm also mindful of a young guy like you are and a very talented young man that you are, is to make sure that you find that the fit is right for you in this next 12 months, I think, for you, because you are maturing. And the next 12 months is something that you need to cement something that's quite strong for you, whether that be a wet product, whether that be a scissor, or whether that be electrical.
To be honest, Simon, the way I see it as well, I do totally agree with that. But for me, cementing anything is just my business in here. I've really kind of backed away from all that, and I see anything like that as a bonus now. I really want to concentrate on the studio and my clientele and earn money. That's my priority now. And anything else, I'm not chasing.
Some of the questions coming in as well is, obviously, there's a lot of young people out there you know, we get thousands of people always wanting to be on the Wahl team.
I can
And
imagine.
one of the things always people ask is kind of like, how do I get to be on stage and stuff? And you're a perfect example of this. So everybody's going to watch this show. Sam has travelled, not only in the UK, but abroad, paid his own expenses, paid his own flights, paid his own time to go work on stages for other people to promote his career, which he's done really well with that because he's got a talent. But Sam, you've spent a lot of money doing that, haven't you?
Yeah. You have to, though. You have to expect that to accumulate. Like,
well, would you advise a young Sam Wahl to do the same thing?
100%. 100%.
So you would?
It's starting to pay off now, even though it's come out of my pocket. I can put my prices up here in here. I get education now. Like, for example, behind the chair, that cost me money to go out there and network. So last year I was in Washington, DC. And then from that come more money, education. So it's just, you have to be in them positions to meet the people, to get the opportunities. You have to invest in yourself. It's like doing a course. If you want it, you really do have to put the money behind yourself, really. And I've kind of never really wanted to rely on too many people either, so I've always done it on myself. So if you are with a brand, you're a bit tired and stuff like that, whereas I kind of like a little bit more freedom.
Do you know what? Do you know what, Sam? Though I don't think anybody out there, they see. I think they get sold a lie almost, don't they? They see this this job of being on stage or traveling or whatever, and you know, I can honestly say, and you get to a certain stage, it costs you a lot of money, doesn't it? You do a lot for. I mean, Rachel, my Rachel, not Mama Rachel, my Rachel. I mean, she was like to the point, what on earth? We've got a great business, you know, we've got a group of salons, we've got an academy. What on earth do you want to carry on? What do you want to do these things for? Why are you giving for nothing? And I think a lot of the time you have to do it. One, I did it because I wanted to improve and help the industry, but otherwise as well, you have to do it because to have that opportunity to go anywhere else as well, don't you? And people don't understand that, do they?
No, and going back to the would I do it again, which Simon said, I would, but it gets to a certain point, and this is what people you have to realise as well. It gets to a certain point where you've done that, you've put the money in, and you've got to a certain level where then you don't need to keep doing it because you've earned.
Yeah. So I have a question for you then, Sam. Would that have been Canada last year when I saw you? Were you at that point then in Canada where you thought you paid everything, you're on stage for somebody else, somebody taking piss? Would you think then at that point, this is where you want paying for summer?
Yeah. I mean,
I saw it a million miles away.
Yeah. And it does get to that point because you do everything and then you have to do that to give, but then it gets to a point where you have to know your value then, and you're doing that to then start to earn money. So now it's like, I won't do anything for free unless it's money in my pocket now, because the main thing that I need and worry about is my business here. So I'm not going to be taking time out like I have done for the last 6 years, losing money now because I've got to that point where I can start charging. But that's why you do it in the first place, to get to this point where you can start charging and earn the big bucks.
We could talk to you all night, Sam. We've got some questions though that we really need to push on to you. Can you tell us a little bit of story about the oily, kind of sexy six-pack photographs behind lockdown that we saw coming out that still, to be fair, disturbs me a little bit, some of them. Can you tell us about them photographs?
Just to flatter my own ego, really. No, I just, lockdown was beating me. Lockdown I found tough in the first 6 weeks. I mean, I was drinking a lot. You know what I'm like. I've got a bit of a bad reputation for party boy. And something just clicked in lockdown. And I thought, you know what, if you don't, this is the time now to really kind of get a grip, change a little bit. And just, I was fed up with feeling shit in lockdown. And I thought, nah. And I only went to do it for a little bit. And now I've just got, I've stayed off the booze. I'm feeling so good. I'm sleeping better, that I've just kind of continued on with it, really. And without sounding like, I don't know how this is going to sound really, but I've been a party boy for the last 10 years and look what I've done in the career. So imagine what I can do now if I really kind of stay off that, like the booze and the party scene, and just really focus on the career and take it to the next level.
Yeah, Sam, he's just jealous. We're just jealous, man, of the pictures.
If there weren't such a big audience, I'd do a little tease for you, a strip dance, but...
Go on, get him off, get him off.
You can't throw money at me.
He's gone from Barbery to fucking Chippendales. What's wrong with him?
Mate, I weren't earning money for 4 months. I was desperate.
Hey, listen, I can understand that. You know, I watch into people, I look at people, and one of my biggest things that I've had over the years is obviously reading into people. So I knew last year in Canada when I saw you're ready for traveling and being paid for it. I can also see over lockdown that it's not the easiest time for you, so you've had to get you ready to getting your head down, stop drinking, train, whatever you've had to do. You look fantastic as well, so fair play to your son. You've done really well there. Sam, as we're going towards the end of the interview, a couple of questions that we have for you. Kind of what irritates you in the industry at the minute?
I'd say this is it's quite a good question. The whole divide, I guess, it always has irritated me. I'm a barber, I'm a hairdresser. Why can't people just be nice? I think as a whole in general, really, but I do seem to struggle with the whole thing where the competition and the egos and the only reason I think I've really got places in my career, honestly, is because people have opened doors for me, and they've only opened doors for me because I've been nice and treat people how I would want to be treated. And I think if people did that more, it would just be a better place. It really does. I don't understand it. I just wish everyone could, even dog groomers, just all get on board. We cut hair. Do you know what I mean? You can call me whatever you want. It's a sad thing about. But can I ask you a question? And do you not find that that's a little bit more? I might upset a few people here, but a little bit more of a British mentality. The more I travel, the attitude seems to be a bit different abroad. I don't know. Maybe.
What, good or bad?
A little bit more. They're a bit more. Maybe it's the accent that they love, and they're all over me. I don't know, but you go to America, they're a bit more in tune. They're a bit more. They want to interactive.
Certainly, I think both me and Gary find that when we both travel. Gary does a lot of traveling in the US. I think both of us will agree that the British accent comes over, and we get a little bit better treated than if you turn up somewhere in Birmingham to do a seminar in Cash and Carry somewhere, and you know, if you did that somewhere in Illinois, in Chicago, somewhere, the same people would treat you with a lot more respect. So yeah, I think you're right there, Sam. What you've said, it's the accent, and it's being British as well. So you know that's a good thing from what irritates you as well.
I think from my point of view, though, Sam, I think you're dead on. If you treat people how you want to be treated yourself, I think you can't go far wrong. I think it's recognised. I think if you're a nice fella in the industry, people recognise you as a nice fella in the industry. Simple as. Yeah. You know, I think fair play to you. And if you go through life with that attitude, I think you can't go far wrong.
You'll see as well, Sam, on some of these interviews that we've done, some of the people who we've interviewed, the longevity over the career. And you know, I speak to my partner and we talk about things, and I'll refer to Errol, I'll refer to Patrick Cameron, I'll refer to Edward Emmons, people in Gary Machin, people in my era who I've grown up with, who are still there. I was doing it 28 years ago at Salon International. I'm still doing it now at the top level because you've been good, you've been honest, you've been right, you're firm. Listen, you know me.
Yeah.
If I'm not happy,
that's perfect, though, Simon. Not many people can handle the honesty or to the point.
You've been in a room with me and you've seen it. It's like if I'm not happy with something or somebody, they fucking know about it. And if I'm happy with somebody and I tell her, you'll know about it as well. You feel good, and I think that's a real you know, I can't change who I am. It don't please everybody, but it pleases most people, you know, and that's just the way that it goes. I'm getting Gary, I'm getting a bit of a outside of me.
Do you know what though? I think it's about integrity as well. I think it's, you know, we all, if everybody had a little bit more of that, you know, we wouldn't have a lot of the problems that we do. And I think it's all about what we're doing in lockdown and what we haven't done in lockdown. Yeah. Enough said.
Just be nice.
Anyway, Simon, over to you for. I think we've got some questions to
Sam,
finish
we like
off.
to build a profile on Barbers Arms. I know you've been watching us, so you know we build a profile on Sam Wahl, and we like to know a little bit about. First of all, Sam, if you won the lottery, what would be the first thing you'd buy?
Oh, it's got to be helicopter.
Helicopter.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least.
For why? Why would you buy an helicopter?
I just love helicopters. I don't have a vision. I need a helipad on top of that, obviously, to land it somewhere. But yeah.
For when he's doing his Magic Mike moments, where he's oiled up body and his six-pack, he can fly in somewhere to a nightclub in Sheffield somewhere with his helicopter. I don't know.
Get sponsored by Coca-Cola. That's the next gig I want.
There you go, mate. So, Sam Wahl on Barbers Arms, episode 14. I don't know if you've seen the views, Sam, but you need to share this with all your followers and fans. People who are watching now as well, please share now. 323,000 people had watched this show, this last show, up to tonight's show before we started as well. So me and Gaz are so pleased with everybody. Thank you for everybody who's watching. It's been amazing. And people like yourself, Sam, people in the industry have got a great reputation now and a great name, have been following us and watching us. So we thank everybody. That's why you're on the show, young man. You're a great name now. You've built your profile up and you're doing really well. We've got some quick fire questions for you. So if you're ready, what's your favourite food?
Steak.
Steak. Any particular steak?
Fillet, medium rare.
Fillet. I had some of that last night. I spoke to 3 people last night. Carl Blake, my son, or myself. What are you eating tonight? Fillet steak. All 3 of us were having fillet steak. Weird. I think it weren't National Steak and Blowjob Day, were it yesterday?
No, well, I've got my puppy, so he's not here, is he? So.
Anyway, carry on.
Hey, Simon. Well, if he was, I didn't have either.
All right. Well, I doubled up on steak. Sam, what's your favourite music?
House music.
House music. Oh, you're gonna like it. You're gonna like this next question. This is a new question for Barbers Arms tonight for you, Sam. Are you a dance floor person, or are you stood at the bar dancing person?
Oh, dance floor, shaking my booty, oiled up.
He'll go down really well in Newcastle with that accent, you know. Sam, who would be your ideal dinner date?
Ideal dinner date. It's got to be Mila Kunis.
Oh, fit as. Friends with benefits.
Yes. I'd play tennis with her all day long.
Can I ask you another question, though, on the same question? Who would be the ideal dinner date in the industry?
Oh, well, we've not really had a chat, have we? And I kind of like the glasses you wear, mate. It's got to be you, innit, Mr. Simon Shaw.
Fair play to you. I like that, Gaz. We'll get one for you, Gaz, at some point. Where's your favourite place, Sam, in the UK?
Oh, in the UK?
Yeah.
That's got to be here, you know. I absolutely love it here, Newcastle.
Newcastle.
Yeah.
Barbers Arms, you are listening and watching Sam Wahl. Please share this video, episode 14. Me and the Mates Meister have got this up to 330,000 views in a week. We're going for the 500,000. We're going to go viral, Barbers Arms. This industry's fucking amazing. From the 4th of July when you'll open back up, we've really got at it, and you've all had a fantastic week. We've got Sam Wahl in the house. Sam's having a steak. He's listening to some house music. He's loving it on the dance floor. he's having a date with me, Lacunas, and if not, he's having a date with me. If he's having a date with me, I'm certainly not on the dance floor with him. I'm going to just do my foot tapping at the bar, a few head shakes while I'm watching Sam buy the beers and the shots. And, you know, his favourite place to do all that is in Newcastle. Sam Wahl, you've burst onto the scene over the last 4 or 5 years, mate, and you've done your time. You've done the hard work. You've put your own dough into it. And I tell you what, pal, whether you're with Panasonic, whether you're with any other company, I wish you all the very best for the future, mate. I think you're a rising star. I think you've got your head together. I don't like your oily pictures, but I like that you're healthy and you've got your head sorted out on that way. And you know what? We're going to put the video of you singing in the Oz band as dressed as a female on our website. And we'll look forward to all our viewers watching that. But listen, mate, from my point of view, it's been great to interview you. Can't wait to have a beer with you personally when we can get together.
Yeah.
When I'm up in Newcastle, I'll buzz you and we'll get together and have a beer. But great interview tonight, mate. I'll pass you on to Gaz, but from my point of view,
thank you for having me. Pleasure, mate. Pleasure.
Gary, over to you.
Sam, it's been a pleasure. It always is. Love seeing you, mate. We definitely have a beer with you when we get up there, but we need to meet up anyway. But the thing is, you're an absolute legend for the up and coming and how it should be done, how you can do it. Like you say, you've just put your own money in, money where your mouth is. It's been a pleasure to
do it. Anyone can do it. Do you know what I mean? That's how I see it. And
it's a pleasure to have you on the show. Love you, mate.
Thank you, mate. Thank you for having me, guys.
Sam Wahl. Guys, tonight's flown, hasn't it?
God, do you know what? Every time I do it, I'm just looking at me thing, and I'm looking at my pad, I'm just looking, I'm saying, we're not getting fit at all in, but we just manage to do it every time, don't we?
Well, lots of viewers are asking for Gary to stand up and show them the boxer shorts, and Rachel massaging your feet.
I wear pants.
Oh, you wear pants. Okay. I'm glad you cleared that one off. So we're interviewing Gary wearing jockeys here on Barbers Arms Live.
Actually, you know when Baldy was on and he said he commented about me. Can you remember?
Yeah.
I need support.
Okay. That's disturbed me even more because I've had counselling over Baldy's interview. I'm having counselling over Pauline's clippers. Now you fetch Sam Wahl on. Forget your ball support. I need support, Trevor. Oh, fucking pillocks with different clippers. Anyway, guys, please share the video of Barbers Arms. We're so appreciative of the 1,000 views we've got, thousands and thousands of people who are viewing us. Thanks to all our Indian colleagues, especially Amil Hakim, who has been a fantastic ambassador for Barbers Arms. Our website is thebarbersarms.co.uk, Simon Shaw Wahl on our Instagram, and Gary, which is the British Barber, on his Instagram as well. We'll be back next week. We've got 3 local heroes. If you want to be a local hero as well, please get in touch with us on our website or on my Instagram or Gary's Instagram. And hopefully next week we've got the amazing award-winning TV superstar Jamie Stevens, who's going to be joining us on Barbers Arms next week. Gary, I'm really looking forward to Jamie joining us next week.
I mean, can you imagine Jamie Stevens on our show? Unbelievable.
Well, Errol's been on. We've had some top names on. We've got top names that are queuing up now. And what's really nice, Gary, is that people are getting in touch with us instead of us getting in touch with them, saying we want to be on Barbers Arms, which is fantastic. I've just got a message, Gary, for everybody before I pass on to you. Look, last week was the Christmas Eve of Barbering's coming back. Listening to Gary in particularly, I'm closer to Gary than most people in terms of salons and stuff. And listening to the amazing week that he's had with his amazing team at Rogers. And my hats off to everybody that works with Gary, his son Jake, and Rachel and his brothers and his dad that's all involved in the business. But fair play to you. But I said it last week, and I'm going to reiterate what I'm going to say. We are the best. You heard the Aussies tonight. Everybody looks up to us. You've gone back on 4th of July, and you've gone in and you've smashed it. You've worked Sundays. You've worked Mondays. You're raking all over. You're all fucked. You're on DP. You're on patches. You're using muscles that you've not used for the last 17 weeks, but you've got a pocket full of dough. Your safes are full. You're getting into what you should do, and you've done it properly. For all you 95% of you out there that's done it right and keep doing it right with EPP, I am so proud of everybody. We at Wahl are so proud to be associated with you all. So, look, keep it going, guys. It's going to be tough. You'll balance out in next month or so. You'll have days off and a few days holiday coming in, but keep it up. Well done. Good luck to Scotland for next week. Wednesday, is it? Wednesday?
Yeah.
Good luck to Scotland, our pal Ross Miller and Ross Carter and all the people up in Scotland and Alison. Good luck to all you guys. And Ireland's only the week after that. So good luck to you all. But from me at Barbers Arms, great week that you've all had back at work. And, you know, I'm really proud of you. I can't wait to get back myself. But well done, everybody. Good work. God bless to you all. Gary.
Well done, mate. Always a pleasure, mate. Look forward to it every Friday because, you know, it's like being in the room with you. I can't wait till we're in the room together anyway and doing this live. Everybody who's out there, put your nominations in there. We want to go all over the country. We're going to be live. This is not going to be the last. We're going to take it all over the country. Hopefully all over the world if our producer lets us, if the budget will let us go that far. We might even get to a Holiday Inn with a free bar at one point, but we'll see. Suggestions for Barbers Arms going live, please send them in. If you've got a venue that would suit us, you know, obviously we've got to be safe. Everybody's got to be there. But if you've got any venues that would be suitable, please send them in to the Barbers Arms website. You got Jamie Stevens, as Simon said, next week. We've got 3 local heroes. So we've got 1 major star next week, and we've got 3 local heroes. If you want to be a local hero and be on the show, please let us know. Share the show. Plus, we've got prizes going as well for the Wahl and BBA. We haven't posted anything yet at the moment because we just need the photos with them with the actual product as well. So we will be posting those, but please still keep applying so we can get you in there. From me, all I can say is stay safe. Don't cut any corners. Keep your visor on. Treat your customers with the respect they need, but stay safe. Don't. You know, when we're working, you're not going to take this home to your friends and family. We need to be as Simon said, we're the best.
We are the best. We are the best.
We'll have a day off on Sunday. Come on, guys.
You're the best, Gary. Gary, well done to you, pal, as well. At your age as well, to what you've done this week. Fair play to you. I know your feet are in ice, but you know, good luck to Corey Hull as well. One of our American viewers, that's one of our guests has been Corey starts his new business as well this week. So good luck to Corey Hull, and good luck to everybody watching. And Mum, I love you. Guys,
love you.
See you next week. Adios, amigos.